Hey guys, it is Medical Taste Mac again with another video for guys. On today's video, we are going to be talking about Uber versus Lyft. Now, I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time now, and finally, I think it's time for me to make this video. So, I know you guys really like these videos where I compare things, or I, talk about different topics, and I do a lot of research for them. So, if you guys really like these videos, make sure to leave a like and comment down below if you guys like these series or not. And also, can we get 10 likes on the video? That'd be really amazing. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, those will be on screen right now, and let's get straight into the video. Now, the video is going to be broken up into 4 sections. First, I'm going to talk about statistics between the two companies, and then I'm going to be talking about the perks of riding and driving with Uber, and then I'm going to talk about the perks with riding and driving with Lyft, and then at the end, I'm going to share my opinion and a little bit of information for drivers who are choosing to drive either Lyft or Uber, and I'll let you know which one I think you guys should drive for at the end of the video. So make sure to stay tuned if you guys want to hear my opinion or figure out which one I think you should drive for. Now, I'm just saying that now guys, just a disclaimer, I have never ridden in an Uber or a Lyft, so this is all of just what I found on the internet. So if you guys think that I've rode in a bunch of Uber and Lyfts, never done it before, so this is all just research. All my sources will be in the description below, and let's get straight into the video. Now, Uber has a net worth of $8.81 billion, and Lyft has a net worth of $2.53 billion. Now, Lyft obviously is about 4 times as less than Uber. The next thing that surprised me was Uber operates in 540 cities and Lyft operates in 475 cities. Now, you would think with Lyft's net worth being like 4 times as less than Uber's, they would obviously be lacking in the amount of cities that they drive in. They don't get as many rides. The thing is, they're very widespread. It's just that not as many people try to book a ride. It's because people usually use Uber more and not Lyft as much, so obviously there's a lot of places where people can get a ride from Lyft. It's just that not as many people want to get a ride from Lyft and usually just get a ride from Uber because more people know about Uber than people that know about Lyft. Now, Uber drivers will get on average of $13.36 per trip, and Lyft drivers will get on average $12.53 per trip. Now, obviously this has been broken down into like how much it costs that you have to put to the company and how much you have to, and like there's certain things, especially with Uber, like little water bottles, snacks, chargers, you gotta buy all that, and also taxes and how much you pay to the company and car maintenance, gas mileage. It's a lot of stuff. And actually SIIQ, now I use this statistic in my last Uber video, so if you guys want to go check out that video, that will be in the description below along with my other sources. And no, I did not use scarce this time. I know a lot of people have been memeing me saying, oh my god, you use scarce in all your sources. No, I did not use scarce this time. That's only for like YouTube drama and stuff. This is more like real stuff that I've been trying to talk about. Now, obviously, when you break it down for Uber, it's about 6 cents per mile, and then for Lyft, it's broken down to 12 cents per mile. Now, you might think, wow, Lyft drivers get a lot more. The thing is, Uber takes 25% of your ride, and Lyft takes only 20%. But also, when I calculate it to 12 cents per mile, I used a 6% tax, but the woman at I think it was like SCIQ, not SIIQ. I think it was SCIQ. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head because she's from LA, calculated with LA's 10% tax, but I just use the federal 6% tax. So for the Uber, it's probably more like 8-10 cents per mile, but obviously Lyft drivers are going to be making a couple cents more per mile because Uber doesn't take as much money. Now, if you drive with both Uber and Lyft, you can collect your earnings anytime you want, because if you work for a normal company, maybe you'll get your paycheck like every 2 weeks, maybe every week, maybe once a month, every 2 months, because with YouTube you get your paycheck once a month, and I know some people that get their paychecks like every 2 weeks. Now with Uber and Lyft, you can actually accept your paycheck anytime you want. So let's say you rode for like 3 days and you need some extra cash, and you have that cash that you've earned from driving with Uber, you can go accept that cash and put it into your bank account so that you have that cash on hand. Now we're going to transition into what is better about Uber. Now I'm going to say I have a lot more for Lyft. That's because more people talked about positive things for Lyft than positive things for Uber. Now with Uber, it has a program where if you drive for Uber, and depending on how much you drive, they will actually pay for a lease of your car. So let's say you drive this car for Uber and you're leasing it. Now if you drive enough, Uber will actually start to pay portions of the lease. Now I can't remember how much the percentage percentage it was, but it was a certain percentage. It wasn't that much, but you know, every penny counts, and that's pretty cool, where Uber will actually help pay for your car. Now, the next thing that's good with Uber is that you get an estimated amount before you get picked up. Now, this is for riders. So let's say you wanted to go from point A to point B. Now, this will give you an estimated amount. Now, it depends on what route the driver takes, because some drivers will take a longer route. Usually, sometimes this is either to evade traffic or more commonly to get more money, and it's an often scam, and it's not a great ride when drivers do that. And you can obviously report them to customer service, but I'm actually going to talk about Uber's and Lyft's customer service compared. But always you can report those drivers, and it may take a while for them to get processed, but if you're lucky enough, they will look into it. Now, when you're riding in your Uber, you can actually get real-time fare charges. You know how Uber drivers will be able to see up front of how much they're charging you, and you can look and see how much you're getting charged in real time. So to make sure that they're going the quickest distance and make sure they're not trying to rip you off with a higher price. So it's kind of like an estimated real-time fare charge. And next, I'm going to transition into what is better about Lyft than Uber. Now, Lyft tips, but Uber doesn't. Now, obviously, you can tip your driver and be like, oh, here, a great drive, hand them some cash, depends if they accept it or not. But with Lyft, you can actually, right after the ride, they will tell you, like, obviously with both, like, you can rate the driver, but then also there's an option, do you want to tip the driver? This will motivate people more to tip the driver because it's right in front of them, reminding them, hey, why don't you tip the driver? Because usually you only tip people at like restaurants, but not always taxi drivers. Like, you just look at the fare of like how much it was, how much they drove you, and you pay them that, and you think that's all. But it's always good to give a tip, even if they kind of were bad. You know, you can give them a bigger tip if you thought it was good, but always give it a tip, because like I explained before of how much they actually get per cents per mile, that they actually don't earn that much. So that tip could actually really help them, especially if it's a big tip. It may actually make their day, maybe even their week. Now, Lyft has an ambassador program that allows non-drivers to actually promote the service. A lot of times companies will have social media executives, and they will be in charge of promotion. You know, they'll be on social media promoting the company and making ads and stuff. So non-drivers can do that, and it's really great promotion for the company. And I don't know if you get paid for it or not, but I'm pretty sure you get paid for it. But you basically work for Lyft as a social media person, a promoter, advertiser, whatever you want to call it. Now, the next thing is Lyft has a power driver bonus, where if you do 30 rides per week, they'll only take 10% of your profit. And if you do 75 rides per week, which is an insane amount, but this is for like the hardcore dedicated Lyft drivers, they won't take anything. So you get 100% of the fare, like basically the per mile part of not paying, like still there's taxes and like car maintenance and stuff like that, but you'll get more because Lyft won't be taking anything. And the next thing that it's good about Lyft is Lyft actually shows you a picture of your passenger before you pick them up. So if you're a driver for Lyft and you want to know what your passenger looks like so you can spot them, especially at airports, because I remember one time I was actually at the airport and there was this one Uber driver, and the guy was in a truck and he just pulled up in the middle of everyone and just blocking all these people, and he was just looking around looking for his passenger, like he was waving and he was like shouting like, anyone ordered an Uber, and he was like just shouting looking for his driver. But with Lyft, they'll actually show you a picture of your passenger so that you know what they look like, so then you can look for them and be like, oh, that's the person I'm supposed to pick up. So the next part is Lyft has 4 stages of a premium. Now, first there's Lyft Basic, where it's basically just, now these get more expensive as they go up, like per mile. Lyft Basic is 88 cents per mile, and I screenshotted what it was for like the prices. I'll put them on screen right now. And then there's Lyft Plus, which actually allows you to get up to 6 passengers, because with Lyft Basic you can only get up to 4. Now with Lyft Premier, you actually get a luxury sedan, and it's only 4 passengers aside from the 6, but this is only available in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and New York. So if you guys live in those areas, you can get a luxury car and ride around, maybe like a night out or something, like you want to be all fancy with your friends, you know, you want to do something cool like going to the nightclub. I think it's like twice as expensive, but hey, if you're into that stuff, then that's cool. Now the next part of Lyft is Lyft Line. Now Lyft Line is if you're on route, if you're going the same route as other people. This driver can actually pick up multiple people. Like, let's say you're by yourself and then there's 2 other people, so he or she can go up the route and pick up all 3 of you into one car, and you can split the fare and stuff like that. It's a great way to carpool, and if you're into saving the environment, it's better because then instead of 3 cars driving, it'll only be 1, so it'll cut emissions by 2/3. And the next thing is customer service, like I said before in the beginning of the video that I was going to talk about. Now, a lot of times, this is mostly from people's reviews. Now, this is obviously from what I've heard. Now, I've never experienced customer service or anything with either of these companies, like I stated that in the beginning of the video, but a lot of times Lyft's customer service will reply faster and be more, I guess, I've heard, nicer, and they'll actually really look into it, where Uber will just kind of look at it and just decide if they want to do anything. And they'll also, when they do email you back, Uber will usually ask you a bunch of questions, like for all this proof, like pictures, screenshots, all this stuff. And Lyft, they'll only ask you maybe a couple questions, maybe not even any, and they'll get into looking at it. Now, the next thing is comparison between, I guess I should have said this in the beginning of the video, but a comparison between the two is actually how the drivers are. Depending on what you are feeling like, Lyft is usually more upbeat and more talkative. Uber actually asks for higher classer cars, and actually Uber, if you're looking for more classy, professional look, but you don't really want to talk, then ride Uber, because if you want a more classier, kind of chill, non-talk, like you don't really want to talk with the driver, but just want to chill, I guess I would say like Lyft would be good for like if you're just normal sunny day, are feeling pretty upbeat. But if it's like a night out and you kind of want to feel more classy, maybe Uber would be a better choice. But Lyft is actually a bit cheaper in how much it costs per mile, because for Lyft, like I said with Lyft Basic, it's about 88 cents per mile, and for Uber it's about 90 cents per mile. Obviously that's only about a 2 cents difference, but it does add up if you're going long distance. Now, I said at the beginning of the video that I was going to recommend which one you should drive for, but there's a catch. You should actually drive for both. Now, I'm saying this because Lyft often will have a lot less passengers. Like, you might wait like 45 minutes before you get a next request, but with Uber, it's like, even at a lot of times, like one Uber driver said, a lot of times when he's driving, he'll get another request for a ride, even when he's still taking another passenger. So depending on which one is paying better, like which one has better prices that day, drive for that one. So it's always good to look into the prices of each ride sharing service so you can figure out, will I make more money with this one? Which one do I feel like driving for? Like, do I feel like driving for Lyft today, or do I feel like driving for Uber today? And it's good to register for both. And one thing that Uber was getting into was the scandals. Now, obviously, you know about the whole delete Uber, where they were trying to profit off of the Trump immigration ban protest by lining up a bunch of Ubers at airports for it to take people, and they're trying to really profit off of that. Now, and then actually Lyft came in and donated like $1 million to people who were struggling, who were affected by the immigration ban, and to organizations that opposed it. And then Uber actually won up to them 3 times over by setting aside $3 million for any drivers who were affected by this ban to, support them in court and stuff like that. Alright guys, I'm really sorry, but I forgot to do the part where I said which ride sharing service I thought was better. I think Lyft is better because it has more of an upbeat tone to it. The drivers are really nice, and also it has a lot more perks to it. It's cheaper, you can give tips. Lyft also has a way better track record than Uber, because Uber is known for a lot of bad things, and especially the #DeleteUber scandal. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think my voice kind of cracked a little bit, and maybe I kind of repeated myself a little bit, but oh man, it's so hot in here, because lately it's just been getting really hot, because last week it was like 60 degrees, and now it's like 80 degrees, and I'm in a closed room right now. I should probably get a fan in here, but it's burning up, so if I sound a little, like, I guess you would have to say parched in this video, I'm sorry, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to leave a like, go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, leave a comment down below what you thought of the video, and I'll see you on my next video.